Hello everybody, I'm Ernest. Today we're in Linwood Springs, Colorado to visit Doc Holliday's grave. So you park in this neighborhood right here, just to show you around here. And then there is a trailhead, and you can walk up to Linwood's cemetery. So you want to freeze that and read it, you're welcome to. But we just drove in from Denver, about a 3-hour drive, and made our way into Linwood Springs. And I said I wanted to see Doc Holliday's grave before it gets dark. And so me and Maria are here. I'm not sure how far this actual trail goes, but it is uphill, so be aware of that. So this hill actually is more steep than we thought. So if you're a person that can't do this trail, be aware of it, because it is uphill. And in the thin air, well, thin for us Texans, are not used to this. We parked down there where the houses are at. That's Linwood in the background, and the trail still goes. Are you getting out of breath? No? You doing all right? All right, let's go. Still going up, as you can tell. It's a very interesting trail. I don't think it's too long. I was talking to a person that was coming down the trail, and she told me that she heard it was only a half a mile. So I don't know why they would put a cemetery this high up over the town. I guess it was different back then. Maybe part of the town was up here or something. Oh, look at this interesting display. Kind of reminds me of Tibetan, those things they do in Tibet. There's handkerchiefs. Not sure. Bracelets. All up and down this tree. I'm telling you, this Doc Holliday trail is an adventure, a little short adventure in itself. Kind of makes the trip even more memorable. Get to walk up this little hill. Good way to start our little weekend getaway. Got a nice trail to hike up, and then at the end of it, you have Doc Holliday's grave. So, just going by memory, Doc Holliday was a dentist that turned into a gunfighter, caught tuberculosis, if I'm pronouncing that right, from his mother, and then himself died from it. So there's a cemetery up here for some reason. It's kind of seems to me like an odd cemetery. He died in 1904 at the age of 49, 1859 to 1921. Not really sure. Erected woman of the wood. What? Oh, Dan Are there 2 people buried here? Not sure. But there's signs leading you to Doc Holliday's grave. In the city behind you. How did they get him up here? I wonder, is there a road that leads up here? People just didn't live very long back then. This guy Gibson here died 1887 at the age of 32 and 3 months. They give him all, they account for all the time. And baby Gibson is also born, died here. A newborn over here, baby Ellie. Let's keep going. I think I see there's signs telling you how to get to Doc Holliday's graves. But all these are very old. 1917. Look at this one here. This is an old one here. God needs one more angel child. This is a more recent one, 1933. And you'll see signs like this that direct you to Doc Holliday's grave. So, here we are. I became aware of Doc Holliday basically in 1993. I watched the movie Tombstone, and ever since then, Val Kilmer played him. And I was like, say, what a wonderful character, whether he was true to his nature or not. Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday were my like heroes. This here tends to tell me that he's buried someplace in this cemetery. So they're not even sure this is his grave. But I guess they had to put it somewhere. Somewhere for people to stop vandalizing stuff, probably. And here he is, Doc Holliday, and a history of his life. Well, that was fun. If you look for the flagpole, that's where he's right in front of the flag. Like there's the flag, and then here's the grave. But this is a very interesting old cemetery. I'm not sure why it's up here so high and why people are buried like on basically the cliff. I guess over time the ground has fallen over, erosion and stuff. These people were born and buried in 1887 and 1889. Mother and father here. This is right directly behind and this one just says Smith. Oh wait a minute, here's something. 1928, passed away. But here is Doc Holliday's grave. He only lived to be 36 years old, 2 months and 25 days. And people have left various things, a 6-shooter and some cigarettes. He was known to be a gambler and a drinker, a partier, and was pretty handy with the gun, according to Wyatt Earp. I can't pronounce nothing. So up there in the distance over there is where we're gonna go tomorrow, so I can focus in on it. That's Iron Mountain Amusement Park or something like that. It's on the top of the mountain there. See it? It won't focus that far. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. So we were leaving, and I see another sign for Kid Curry's. I didn't realize Kid Curry was born here, was buried here too. is another gunfighter. So here's the grave of Harvey A. Logan, also known as Kid Curry. Here's a brief explanation of who he was and some history on how he died and where he lived and all that. But he happens to be buried here at the same cemetery as Doc Holliday at the Linwood Cemetery. Okay, so now it's the end of the video. I didn't know Kid Curry was buried here, and I had to read that sign to remember who he was. And anyway, was an extra bonus. Very well worth it to come to Linwood Cemetery in Glenwood, Colorado. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.